This graveyard is a well-known tourist attraction in Lower Manhattan. It's Trinity Church, where Wall Street meets Broadway, just round the corner from the famous US Stock Exchange. Americans have been jolted into thinking about their mortality with the release of new data that shocked doctors. Because a new report from the National Center for Health Statistics shows last year, 2015, life expectancy in America actually went down for the first time in more than 20 years. The NCHS figures show life expectancy for men dropping from 76.5 years in 2014 to 76.3 in 2015, women from 81.3 to 81.2 last year, and the overall life expectancy at birth dipping from 78.9 in 2014 to 78.8 in 2015. I know what you're thinking. That's not very much. 0.1 equates to about a month off a person's life. So what's the big deal about that? The problem is even a small decline like this hasn't happened on this scale since the 1990s, when the AIDS crisis was at its peak.
8.0. It's a big earthquake.
Peter Munig's a professor of health policy and management at Columbia University's Mailman School of Public Health. He says even the experts are split on what's going on.
There's one camp that says it's obesity, the obesity epidemic is a problem. Another camp sort of says, well, it's this opioid epidemic that we're seeing in the United States, which is also real.
But he says there is a link to the presidential election, because the group most affected by the decline in life expectancy is white men and women and high school dropouts of every race.
You can't afford a safer car. You can't afford a safer house. You're living in a poorer neighborhood. There's more crime in your neighborhood. This is what's happening to people without a high school diploma in this economy now. And this is part of what propelled Trump to the presidency. There's a lot of anger out there. And this could be sort of impacting people's health.
So how does US life expectancy compare to the rest of the world? At the United Nations in New York, virtually everything they do is geared towards keeping people alive longer in one way or another. Out of nearly 200 countries, the UN's World Health Organization ranks the top 4 countries for life expectancy in 2015 as Japan, Switzerland, Singapore and Australia. The bottom 4 as Chad, Central Africa Republic, Angola, Sierra Leone. The US comes in at 31, China 53, though China's life expectancy has come a long way in the past 60 years, up from around just over 40 to the mid-70s. Back in the US, the National Center for Health Statistics also shows deaths from heart attack, stroke, Alzheimer's and diabetes are all on the increase. But how long before we can say exactly what's going on with US life expectancy?
It could be a long time.
He says it'll take scientists another year or so at least to process enough data to say for sure whether life expectancy in America is declining or not. John Terrett, New York.